PG-13. This is Oktober Customs. So if someone was asking the price, well, I got these two vehicles for, well, they wanted 20 and 15, so I got them for 30 on Facebook Marketplace, and makes for a great custom. So I took off a few parts off of this because it just kind of looked ridiculous with these other parts. I mean, this was like a front, so I took off those parts and I took the top part off. It's very difficult to do because there's some screws you have to try to bypass the wheel because you can't really pull the wheel off. So you have to use a smaller screwdriver to get in there on an angle, and then a larger one once you get it up a bit. But this is the custom I did. Just a quick paint job. You know, you spray it a few times, a couple coats. You can spray semi-gloss over it later. This one was perfect for it. Plan to get a few more. Let's take this right off and have a look here. So this does look pretty nice. Perfect custom. Look at that. You know, you put a few little red stars on. Now there is something I'd like to do to this. I mean, take for example the back part, I flipped it upside down, and so you might be able to fit a little seat in there or something, and then you can have the figure standing in there. But so for now that'll just sit on there just like so. And the back part, I don't know what to do with these little holes here. We'll figure something out. That makes for an awesome custom. And like the truck itself had this big bulky thing on the back, so I mean I could spray it black and then put it back on, but it just kind of looks ridiculous. The truck looks better without it, but this tank looks pretty fantastic. So I'm definitely building up a bunch of vehicles for the Red Army, because call sign Longbow will have more communist troops, and you got to build up your faction. just I love this. This looks awesome. It looks pretty authentic. I might have to do something with this here. I forget what was on there. I'll have to look for the part that was on there. I don't know what happened to that part. There was something else that was strapped to it. But now I did get another lot, and it did have some cool stuff in there. $20. I got a whole ton of stuff. I mean, this looks fantastic. This might be click and play, but this is awesome too. You know, it's already pretty much painted nicely. It's got all the little gear, got a whole bunch of stuff. This other tank here I'm gonna have to make a hatch for, because this didn't have a hatch. This was just a really cheaply made tank. I don't know who made this. But it was just in the lot, so I just sprayed the whole thing. You know, later on I might paint the tracks black or something, but for now this will just do. And I could put something on the side here that had some cheesy little thing. Had like this on the side. But this was just a quick spray job. Took it apart, sprayed it. It's got a little swivel thing on the side here. So, so I thought, yeah, that looks like a Russian tank for sure. the T80 or T70. So that fits in nicely with the Red Army. And then the other one here was just a cheap thrift store find. I mean, this would have been nicer if it was wider, but they're not. They just make them for single figures, which is really crappy how they cheap out nowadays with the toys that they make for the kids. But I thought, this definitely looks like a communist vehicle made in China. So this is perfect for the Red Army. And it's just simple. Wasn't the greatest spray job for this. Still have to spray maybe a little bit more, but I thought, who cares? It's just a crappy custom for the Red Army. So this definitely fits in well. Just kind of sucks that it's so narrow. And that was like a thrift store find way back, you know. But the Red Army truck looks fantastic. So I'm definitely gonna get a couple more of those trucks. You might have to buy them in lots on Facebook Marketplace or individual. Even some of your collectible stores may have some of these tanks. And this is fantastic because this does rotate. So it's a pretty fantastic looking tank. I mean, brand new in the stores they might be like 40 to 50 bucks. And in the States maybe 30. All depends if they have it at Toys R Us. But this was a camouflage tank. I think it was like a snow color, grays and blacks and whites, I think. But it looks way better, all done up like that. And it kind of only fits one figure. Same with the other crappy tank. But this tank, or this truck, actually looks fantastic for it. So, I mean, this is the stuff. Like, got a whole bunch of crap in the lot. Lots of these little boxes and pieces, and these crappy figures you might be able to use for the Red Army. This tank here is missing a hatch. I don't know how well that would paint up or whatnot, but this was cool. You know, got that artillery piece. So this is my Red Army so far. Definitely will get a few more of these tanks. Have to figure out what I'll want to do for this part here. I don't know. There's slots so you can fit something in it. But overall, that's awesome. And this one I think might be like a British tank. But, you know, went a little overboard with the camo. But maybe I'll add this to the Red Army. I think it's like similar to this kind of thing. Definitely made in China, so this could be definitely for the Red Army. So maybe I'll add that one. Put some red stars on there. You know. So we got a few tanks for the Red Army. Definitely will get a couple more of those trucks. Now the only problem was that the cab did not separate from the body because of the tabs inside, and that's why I was telling you in the last video that you have to like wrap a plastic all the way around. This just squeezes out barely, so you get the grill out barely, and this part just easily pops off. I mean, you could put like a mesh. I was thinking even using a mesh for this, get some wires or something, coat hanger maybe, and you can make the roll cage for it. That might work. But the tank was fantastic, other than the cheesy back piece. I just flipped it upside down. So this is definitely perfect. Now maybe you could put another sticker here, but that might be overkill. And this, you know, this raises, lowers, no problem. So if you want your Red Dawn scene, you can definitely have that. Get all your custom vehicles made. This is just fantastic. So I'll definitely have to make a little shelf space for the Red Army here, and get some more tanks and trucks for them. My growing Red Army for the Oktober Guard. Oktober. Rocket. You got a rocket. It's not rocket. So it is kind of cool that even was it Delta 17 also will have some Russians in that line, and I think they were supposed to come out in November. So hopefully I'm able to get in on that sometime in December. I don't know. Depends when they're ready. But that would be fantastic. Otherwise, it's just, I do have a bunch of figures coming from Call Sign Longbow, but they won't be ready till sometime. I think he was saying maybe the summer of 2024. And same with the In the Navy figures. But you know, like, you could check out your thrift stores or your Facebook marketplace just to find cheap vehicles to customize, or definitely look for lots, you know, and always ask for deals, because people are always willing to knock off $5-10 here, you know, just to sell it. So this is an awesome vehicle. Anyways, in the comments below, tell me, you know, what else. Maybe we can add some sort of missile thing to it for the side, or you can glue on some pieces or screw them on. But I mean, overall, it just looks fantastic. You know, that's perfect. That gun came with it. It pops off pretty easy. The truck looks nice, and yes, you could put different seats in there, raise it up. But like I said, the cab I couldn't get off, so that was the issue there. So unless you like cut the tabs at the back, so I don't know how well that would work after. But it looks better, way better without the top on it. And you definitely can find these and fix them up and make them into your customs. This one rolls so easy, so nice. Toys R Us might have it, but it's better to get second hand, so you're not paying full price for something just for fun. And this is fantastic. So definitely put down the likes below if you enjoy these awesome customs I'm making. And you know, we will have to do some of these also for our Joe team. I mean, I always wanted to have similar trucks like this. But it would be cool if the back opened up and stuff. Like, you know, you always see those Rambo movies with the trucks, big army trucks. Oh, too bad G.I. Joe didn't make anything like that. I think they might have made some similar stuff, like there is the APC. But again, the back doesn't open up and stuff like that too easily. So you have to take the whole hatch off. But, oh well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching. And that's all the time we have for now. Until then, it's the Red Dawn. This is just fantastic. Could have did a better spray job on this, but yeah. Anyways, I definitely will be doing more of these in the future. So until next time, Cobra.